So number 13, we see the first problem that we finally have this plus 1 out here. That's our vertical shift. So we're going to do everything the exact same way, but shift the final graph up 1 unit. Okay, and that just gives us a little extra variety here. So amplitude of 1, period is 2 pi over 2, which is pi. We have a phase shift of pi over 2 radians to the right, and once we're done with that, we're just going to go up 1 unit. Okay, so no big deal. Period is let's see, pi over 2 to the right, and so we'll start over here, and we'll put 2 pi right there. Okay, 2 pi, pi, pi over 2. Uh-oh, wait a second. Period is pi. My apologies. Okay, so pi there, pi over 2. Pi over 4 and 3 pi over 4. Okay, we're going to be moving everything pi over 2 to the right, so good. I left myself enough room, and then I'm also going to put my 1, my amplitude here, kind of low, because we're going to need to move up, everything up. Okay, and my sine then, sine graph, I've been doing it in green, yeah. Sine graph looks like this. I got a key point there, 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 and there. Dotted. Okay, so there's the sine of 2x, but we have to take this graph, move it to the right, pi over 2 radians. Okay, so pi over 2, pi, 3 pi over 2 would be out here. Okay, in between pi and 3 pi over 2, 1, 3, 5 pi over 4. Okay, so red, move everything to the right, pi over 2 radians. So there, and there's where we end up. So we go up, pi over 2 radians there, x-intercept there, 5 pi over 4 down. Okay, so that's not too bad. We're moving everything to the right, pi over 4 pi over 2 radians to the right. And then finally we might take this red dotted graph and we move up 1 radian. Okay, so 1 goes to 2. Negative 1 goes to 0. So finally I'll put it in purple. So pi over 2, 0 goes to pi over 2, 1. Okay. 3 pi over 4, 1 goes to 3 pi over 4, 2. Pi 0 goes to pi 1. 5 pi over 4, negative 1 goes to 5 pi over 4, 0. 3 pi over 2, 0 goes to 3 pi over 2, 1. And we just draw the graph. Just like that. Shift it up 1 unit, and this keeps going, right? So it keeps going back and forth. Okay. And that's it. That's our final graph. No big deal. A range from 0 to 2. Now let's look at number 14. Okay, 14. We're almost done. Amplitude of 1. Okay. Period of 2 pi over 2. Phase shift of pi over 4 radians to the left. Okay, we notice we have this minus sign out in front of the cosine. That's okay, we can handle that. Okay, we're going to be moving to the left, so now we're going to be moving up 2 units. Okay, so we do that at the very end, and so let's do this. Let's draw the line, let's draw the x-axis down here. Okay, so we have a little bit more room to work with. Pi over 4 to the left. So anyway, pi over 2, pi over 4. At least the axis here is sectioned off nicely because we're going to be moving pi over 4 to the left. So I'll leave that in there as well. But from 0 to pi, we know we have cosine 2x. Okay, but remember, that's negative cosine. So negative cosine goes down here. Like this. That's negative cosine. Okay. There's negative cosine. And then, oh yeah, and we have to move it to the left, pi over 4 radians. So we'll do that in red. Okay, let's do this. Let's label this part here. This is negative cosine 2x. Okay, and the red one will be the second one. We'll move it to the left, pi over 4 radians. We have a point there, point there, point there, there, and there. And we just move the same graph, pi over 4 radians, to the left. There we go. Now our final product, we take all of these 5 key points and we shift them up 2 units. Okay, so I need a 3 up here. Glad I saved myself some room. So the red dots are going to go up 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2. I don't want to make them red though. I want to make them purple. 1, 2 there. Pi over 4, 1 becomes pi over 4, 3. Pi over 2, 0 becomes pi over 2, 2. And 3 pi over 4, negative 1 becomes 3 pi over 4, 1. Okay, and then we just draw the graph. There you go. That's one period. Now keep in mind, all of these graphs are one period. They do keep going forever. They do have a domain of all real numbers. I mean, all the sine and cosine graphs have a domain of all real numbers. And then, but they continue to repeat themselves every, whatever it says, radians. So in this case, the period is pi. So I've got one more. Woohoo! Finally, one more. Imagine how you must be feeling. Okay, sine. Alright, so at least we get to finish on the sine. Amplitude is 1, period, 2 pi over 1/2. Can we do that in our heads? 2 pi divided by 1/2 would be 2 pi times 2, so 4 pi. Oh, good. Thank God. Oh, boy, what did I do? We've got phase shift of pi radians to the right. My iPad blanked out on me. I don't know when it did. I don't know what I had just said. We were at my son's wrestling tournament, his first wrestling tournament for Edison today, and I was videotaping the entire day, so I ran out of battery here. So anyway, got myself plugged in. Let's see, we need to graph the sine of 1/2 x. So this is our goal, sine of 1/2 x first, and we're going to shift it to the left, pi radians. So since we're going to go to the left, pi radians, and we're going to go down 2, based on that -2 here, I'm trying to do it in red, so we're going to leave ourselves a little space to the left and down. Okay, and then again, 4 pi is our period. So 4 pi there, this is an easy one. 2 pi there, 3 pi. I know I'm going to move to the left pi, so I'm going to go ahead and put that there as well. Negative pi. Amplitude of 1. So let's make that a little bit smaller there. 1, so negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Okay, that's about as far down as we're going to go. Not about, it is exactly as far down as we're going to go. So, graphing sine of 1/2 x. Okay, well, same thing. We're going to go pi 1 there, 2 pi, 3 pi, negative 1, 4 pi. We draw the regular sine graph. Okay, so if you can, hopefully by now this is just second nature to you. That's sine of 1/2 x. We're moving that to the left, pi radians. So we do the same exact thing we've been doing. Okay, so there's our red graph of sine of 1/2 x. That's exactly what that graph is. Okay, and we're just dropping it down to units, and we do that purple. So negative pi 0 becomes negative pi negative 2. Okay, 0, 1 becomes 0, negative 1. Pi 0 becomes pi negative 2. 2 pi negative 1 becomes 2 pi negative 3. And 3 pi 0 becomes 3 pi negative 2. And we draw the graph. Right there. That's it. Okay, for one period of this function, right down here, nice solid curve. And that's it, guys. Have a great day.